Welcome to our channel. Today we how to withdraw internet and phone expenses with IRS allocation rules, detailed guide step by step clearly. Begin by understanding what IRS allocation rules entail. Recognize that you can only deduct expenses that are directly related to your business activities. Start by gathering all relevant financial documents, including receipts and statements for your internet and phone expenses. Identify your total monthly cost for internet and phone services. Separate your personal use from business use to determine the percentage of each expense that can be allocated. For internet expenses, track your usage for several months to obtain an average percentage of business versus personal use. For phone expenses, you may use a similar method, or consider the percentage of calls made for business versus personal reasons. Once you calculate these percentages, apply them to your total costs. For instance, if you determine that 60% of your phone usage is for business, multiply your total phone bill by 60%. Document your calculations meticulously to ensure proper record keeping for IRS purposes. Fill out the appropriate sections of your tax forms to include your allocated internet and phone expenses. Make sure to keep a copy of your documentation in case you need to reference it later. Consider consulting a tax professional if you have uncertainties about allocation methods or tax forms. Stay informed about any IRS updates regarding deductible expenses to ensure compliance. After filing, maintain your records for at least 3 years in case of an audit. By following these steps, you can confidently withdraw your internet and phone expenses according to IRS allocation rules. If the page does not load, refresh the browser or try again in a private or incognito window. Make sure you are using the correct email address, then retype it carefully to avoid small typos. If your password is not accepted, use the reset option and create a new strong password you can remember. Check your spam folder for verification or security emails, then complete any requested confirmation steps. Enable two-factor authentication if available to improve account security and reduce unauthorized access risk. After signing in, review your profile details so your contact information and settings are accurate and current. If you see an error message, note it down and try again after restarting your device and internet connection. Log out when you finish, especially on shared devices, to keep your account and payment information secure. If the page does not load, refresh the browser or try again in a private or incognito window. Make sure you are using the correct email address, then retype it carefully to avoid small typos. If your password is not accepted, use the reset option and create a new strong password you can remember. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more step-by-step tech guides.